And hello.
Hello.
Welcome to another reaction video. I know recording and release schedules are a little sporadic, but it's because lives are busy. But you can always see us on streaming, mostly me, but also both of us, on streaming, as well as this channel. And I do still appreciate everybody watching and enjoying the content. And this time, we are going to be going over a game I haven't heard of, called Limbus Company. The Discord user of Roycon, who gave us some of the library of Runia stuff as well. Also gave us this. It is 5 tracks, but I assume they're just different stages of a couple versions of the same boss fight, the Canto 4, it seems like. So we're gonna go through all 5 of them, just because they are shorter. And yeah, first one's gonna be Canto 4 Battle Theme C1. I think a siren adds urgency.
Yeah. Feeling it.
Yeah, just like very in your face, like synth wave.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's battle theme, and I think it does its job very well. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna
hard.
say. Is like it's definitely a good background music for its setting, like
Yeah.
for being a boss
Nice,
battle.
like, yeah, it gets you hyped while you're
Yeah.
fighting. Okay, interesting ending.
Play it. Just do like the last. I don't know. Yeah.
Last 15 seconds. That
Because
little
I was
skip
just
there,
thinking about, yeah, like how that would sound for like the
looping
loop.
it.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Like if it ends right there.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it's
Not as fluent as
some of the other
others.
ones we've been doing. Yeah, that's the only
but
reason
depending
I
on how
was.
it's programmed, it could work. Like maybe like this version, like when they loop in game, they like cut a little bit of the end off or whatever to make it work.
Yeah.
Because when I do loops, like for like the extended version of songs, I, sometimes will cut the end just to make it work with the beginning again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably how they do it.
Okay.
I don't know how these themes connect to each other in game, because this is all the same. I assume Canto is the person. So this is all the same thing, like same person or same fight, or even if it's like different fights of the same person, whatever. So I'm curious to see like how the rest will fit with this.
Okay. Yeah.
Because like that, same like in Final Fantasy IX, like what we just went over, like Kuja's theme is prevalent every time you see him. You hear Kuja's theme. In his boss fight, it has that same beginning, but then it gets more frantic as the song goes on.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering on how this goes. So we only got that piece was only a minute and 24 seconds. So let's see how C2 sounds. So this is Canto Battle Theme C2.
Okay.
Okay.
Quieter. This feels way more backgroundy than the first one.
The lead like notes, whatever synth instrument is hitting the same type of notes. I don't have perfect pitch. I can't tell you what notes it is, but I got relative pitch. I could kind of understand it. There's a slight motif going on. Like, it does sound like it could belong, but this seems a little more. It's not as aggressive.
Right.
As the other piece.
It's definitely softer feeling already. Like, or I shouldn't say already, but like so far.
Yeah.
Different.
You got a guitar.
Right.
I'm about it. I like the guitar. Everything's cool with the guitar.
All right.
Yeah, this is definitely really good. Like, it reminds me of, like, it reminds me of Dynasty Warriors music, almost. Like, I know you had no, like, idea.
See, I was gonna say, like, I don't know, like Street Fighter or something.
Right. Yeah, like Dynasty Warriors is a lot more rock, but it's just like how this is composed makes me feel like Dynasty Warriors-ish. I know these are definitely two vastly different games, but it's just the type of music they're going for. Again, Dynasty Warriors leans in more on the rock part, but like that how that guitar sounds just remind me of it. But I can see how like maybe like the synth could think of like Street Fighter. It is good. It is good fighting music.
Yeah.
For sure. But just like how the solos are, make me think of Dynasty Warriors. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of percussion going on in both of the pieces. Like that's what like because I'm trying to. It's harder for me to pick out sounds when it's more synth music compared to like if it's like orchestra or metal or whatever. It's harder for me to pick out types of synth, but this one definitely feels like there's heavy emphasis on fast percussion and different types of percussion. Because you had like the bass that was doing a lot of work, but then you had like a lot of like almost like wood block sound like every bar almost, and so like I'm picking those pieces out. But then you got your synth lead, and you got now even guitar on top of that.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know how like what you can consider that sound like that. Just like I don't want to call it generic, but just like standard like. Just synth lead sound that a lot of games do. But it's good.
I liked the first one better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though
you tend to like the harder stuff better.
Yeah.
Which I mean, fair.
Well, I guess it's just the context of whatever it's supposed to be, you know?
Yeah.
So like when I think battle theme, like I think the first one, the harder one.
Yeah.
Is better, but I like.
It also depends on what kind of emotion you're going for.
True, which like, I don't know.
Like when like when I showed you Shion's theme, and her battle, and especially her battle theme in Kingdom Hearts 3, the data battle that you go through against her, It's super, like, it's high octane, but it's also super, like, emotional, especially with the piano.
Yeah.
Opposed to some other pieces that could just be just hard all the time.
Right. Right.
So it depends on what kind of feeling that part of the battle is going for
right.
sure.
Which, like I said,
But going sound alone,
right.
you're...
I do like the ending of this one better than the other one, though.
But that's guitar. You think that would...
Yeah, it just...
That leads better into whatever's next?
Yeah.
I can see that. So that was the C1, C2 battle themes. Now Canto for... Now here I'm starting to think it's areas. Now that I think about it, it's not the same person. Battle theme C1, battle theme C2, and then boss 1 battle theme.
Okay.
So now I'm starting to think, and I'm sure somebody's already typed it up, because we're already 10 minutes deep, that, no, Canto isn't a person, it's a area, or whatever.
Right.
So I'm sure somebody said that. I'm starting to get that feeling, because now those are just standard battle themes, I guess.
Right.
Again, I've never even heard this game, so this is all just guesswork. But, so now, because this is boss 1 battle theme, so I'm guessing C1 and C2 are just like different areas of this overall place. But this is boss 1 battle theme, so this should be more intense than the other ones, I assume, or more emotional. We'll see.
Emotional so far.
Yeah. I heard the piano when I first opened it, so that's why I said it.
It's like pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely going with the more emotional side opposed to the aggressive side.
Yeah. Also speaking...
The orchestra makes everything so much...
Right, I was just gonna say, speaking of, like, liking the harder stuff, we always lean towards the orchestral pieces, too. It's just so much... They're so much better. Like...
Yeah, there's something about an orchestral piece that gives a sense of epicness, a sense of grandeur, a sense of, like... Also, depending on how the pieces are, like, sense of, like, finality, almost.
Right, right.
Yeah, so, I don't know, orchestra pieces, especially when you have a big orchestra, it's just... I know there's probably, like, somebody who's taken AP music theory in school that could tell me exactly what that feeling means scientifically, but I'm just going off base, straight feeling on how orchestras work.
Yeah,
and there's something about strings and how they're composed where it just makes it...
It just tops it every time compared to...
Yeah, it's just grand,
yeah.
You know? And that's why a couple of my battle themes I've used strings. Like, the very first one on this channel is just hard strings, just because it... I don't know, it hits hard.
Yeah.
I think one big thing about the orchestra, because I'm trying to listen to every part, and I think it's because there is so many moving pieces as well. Mm-hmm. As, like, just the sound of the orchestra is just powerful, because honestly, a lot of the time that also depends on the acoustics of the room and how grander that makes it sound. But also, there's so many moving parts
Yeah.
Because like strings alone, you have the strain, like the normal strains, like probably cello and viola, alongside the piano going to but then
then now you have the sparkle.
yeah, but and you got the lead strings, like the violins, like at the forefront doing like the melodic part. But then like at the end of every measure, you're getting like, I assume it's a timpani that doing that hard percussion sound too. Like there's so many moving pieces in the orchestra, and I think that's probably one reason why it makes it sound so big, because it is big. You have, 20, 30, 40, sometimes 100 people fucking working at the song.
Right. I mean,
There's so many moving parts.
yeah. So what instrument is making the? I call it sparkle, but like whatever that.
Let me
Like
go back
I've heard
10
it
seconds.
2 or 3 times. Chimes. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely chimes. Like,
It's-
like not like outdoor chimes, but they have the same thing, like metal tubes that's just on a pole and they're string up,
You just
and
go, ching.
yeah, you just take a little rod and it makes that sound. So yeah,
Okay.
it's chimes.
Okay.
But yeah, so like so many moving pieces,
Right.
but it all works together.
And then like the clock tick.
Oh yeah, clock tick,
Yeah.
which I assume is a theme with this game.
I mean, yeah, judging
Because
off of the.
Yeah, the logo, I assume is the logo, at least for this area, is a train with fire, but also like
A clock.
The middle looks like a clock. So there's definitely theming going on here. Yeah, now
Pick it back up.
toms are going nuts.
Yeah.
And you got that snare drum.
And the build up is coming. Like.
That was a good piece.
Yeah, I really liked it. But again,
You trying to imagine it in a boss fight?
yeah.
I
I really
think
liked it
works.
just as it sound, but yeah, I was
Right.
just trying to think of like
Well, like
the
think
use
of
of
like
it.
think of when we played Kingdom Hearts 2. Since this is the game that we've been streaming on Wednesday, so it's easy for me to make the reference. That's why I keep on bringing it up. But because also Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts has some of the best music and nice variety of music. But when we fought Roxas at near the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, where his Roxas's theme is just piano, and it's
Right.
slow piano. So it, depending on the context of what's happening, and so like that scene, like Sora fighting Roxas was like a very, very emotional, like essentially Roxas accepting his fate type thing.
yeah.
Like I truly am a nobody or whatever the fuck, and it sort of is like you're your own person or whatever. But it's emotional. So like like since there was so much weight, you couldn't have just a stand, like you couldn't have just the normal Heartless music, fighting music
Right,
go on
right.
while you're doing that.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on context.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So.
But this piece is good.
Yeah,
And-
it does sound really good.
All right, next.
So far, this is the best one to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now we're doing Canto 4 Battle Theme F1. So we did C1, C2, we did Boss Battle, and now we're doing F1.
Okay.
Let's start from 0. Also, I just want to point out the person who made these put in a lot of extra work for the music. Because he's using Adobe After Effects. I know the effect he's using. I don't pay for it anymore, but I used it a few times. So he's using actually probably 3 because of how it's made. Sound waves. So the circle is 1.
Right. I've been looking at that.
Yeah, the circle is his own sound wave that, it's
just the overall...
You connect it to the music, and then you have to render it out, and then it detects it. These are doing the same thing. It's the same process. So this is just on the video alone. So he rendered out these waveforms 2 to 3 times, depending on... This could have just been copy and paste. So let's say 2 times. But 2 times, plus adding, making it sure the colors and the background and all that, fit together. So I just wanted to point out that whoever uploaded these videos put in, that little extra work that I probably would not have. I probably would have, if anything, just, everything would have been the same without, these. But, he added that little extra touch,
Yeah.
That's just more rendering.
Yeah, and I mean, I've been watching this whole time, but honestly, thinking about it, mechanically, that's probably a lot of work, so...
Yeah. As a video editor, I noticed that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, they are completely different rendered.
Okay, now I gotta watch.
Because obviously these 2 are, but the oranges aren't doing the same things, and the reds aren't doing the same thing. These are three different renders. All right, let's hear the music now.
Okay.
But you can tell they're different renders. Oh, son of a bitch! He did it to the middle too. This guy went the extra mile. The clock.
Yep.
Yeah, this battle theme is still orchestra. It's not the synth like C1 and C2 was. But I feel like this goes even harder than the boss battle. Because we're working with more minor chords, and we're staying on the lower end as well.
Right, so that always gives it
So
that feel in general.
Yeah, the last one is very has more major chords, and it's more sincere in tone, and it has a sense of victory to it. Where this is kind of staying low and keeping a lot of the stuff short. I just wanted to point that out. This one is harder.
Yeah.
More intense.
Definitely more intense, and then when you add that clock ticking,
yeah, that's very good touches.
Yeah. And the tremolo.
Yeah. And a choir now. Jesus.
We know choirs get us every time. Ooh. Oh.
So yeah, the normal battle themes tend to be short. So I'm gonna go back 10 seconds. But one, if the music is representative, or if the background is representative of the area that they're in, I think it fits, and it's pretty fucking cool. They're in a different dimension where shit's wrecked. But also, not only did the person render out 3 different waveforms and did the middle, but let me go back even 5 more seconds. Look at the ring around the train. Specifically this part. It's a fucking timer. of the song.
I didn't even notice that. That's amazing. Shout out to this person.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome.
But the music itself, it's low, it's intense.
Yeah,
And
this was a good one.
And even in the choir, you don't really get any of the, like, alto.
Yeah.
What the fuck you call it, the higher notes. You mostly, you get, like, a lot of low and mid-range sound. We don't go, any octave higher than that.
Right. Soprano?
Is it soprano that's high?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, whatever. But yeah, that one's a little more intense than the boss theme. I think the boss theme is more emotional, but this one's definitely more intense.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, good pieces all around.
Right, that one was really good.
All right, the last one is going to be F2.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we're running.
Fucking Metal Gear Solid.
This one definitely gives me a sense of urgency.
Yes. It's very quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely urgent. See, like you said. You had no time to breathe.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There was a lot, like what you said, there was just mainly like a lot of urgency there.
Yeah.
And I like how like the first two were very just like synthy, but the rest of them, the battle theme, the boss theme, and then F1 and F2 were very orchestra based.
Yeah, the first two, like I said, just sound like just like background music, you know, like whatever. But these last few are.
Yeah, which I assume, like it would like whatever area this is, the deeper you go, like these songs is what's representing that. Like C1 is like a much earlier area than F1 is.
Right, that makes sense.
So the music would represent that.
Yeah, yeah.
And like at least that's what I'm thinking.
So,
but like overall, pretty good pieces.
So which one did you like the best?
Which one did you like the best?
F1.
Yeah. So the last one that we did.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. Yeah. Yeah. That one. I felt like if there was a second boss theme on that one, then it should be like F1, but like kind of lean into that kind of aggressiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't know what is happening with the game. Like I assume there's a reason why the boss one theme sounded like it was, and it was a really good piece, and it was a very emotional piece, and I assume that's like there's a story reason why.
Mm-hmm.
If this is an RPG, which I assume it is, sounds like it would be some sort of RPG. But yeah, overall, they were good battle themes. But the boss battle and F1 and F2 were definitely better.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something about an orchestra.
Yep.
For sure.
Just gets me every time.
So that was a Discord suggestion going through Limbus Company, Canto 4, to be specifically. So if you like this episode, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from us, subscribe, and you could catch us at all the links down below, all the PlayPod stuff, because that is my main channel. You'll see mostly me, but some of her. And you can check out the Discord and everything else like that. And until next time, bye.